dip, 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 dip. All right, what we do today. Whoa, this is echoing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, welcome to the beautiful world of echoes, of aquascaping, obviously. This is a 45 tank, 45H high, 45 by 45 by 30 centimeters. It's approximately 60 liters. I'm inspired by 3 Hungarian aquascapers. 2 of them are already Green Aqua team members, but they weren't by the time that they built this tank. We called it the Tesco shopping cart. And the 2 guys that I'm talking about, one of them is Matty. You've seen him in one of the most popular Green Aqua cinematic videos for an aquarium maintenance at a client location. And the other one is Ozzy, who's regularly helping me with the Green Aqua videos. So without further ado, let's start working. But before we move on, let me tell you that we're halfway through this video already because I made the hardscape. Here you go. This is a good thing for you to get in the habit of building a hardscape. You will not be able to find the proper wood pieces for your idea, to accomplish your idea. What you'll have to do is to use the different smaller pieces of wood, like Lego pieces, buy branches, a couple of independent branches, try to cut them, to arrange them, to glue them together. And we are using the Riverest super glue. I already used it. I used the paper towel liquid super glue combination to glue these Redmoor wood pieces together, and then I'm using the Seiriu stones as a support here. I'm going to put this whole thing into the tank, and I know it will work because I measured it carefully in the Green Aqua Dojo. And here we go. We are ready with the hardscape. Okay, it actually took me about 2 hours to glue this together. I want to have sand all around this hardscape there, and I want to have it as thin as possible to increase the height of this tank. So very thin sand layer. Just checking now, we're on the glass actually. If I take this off here, this one, good thing that I have my bonsai tool. If I take this off, then I will get 2 more centimeters, which is probably enough for me. Oh, I could move it back a lot. I cannot fit my hand between this and the glass. Never cut the ends, because if you cut that, it will not look natural. Don't forget that Redmoor wood will float up for the first couple of weeks. So ideally you need to soak this Redmoor wood at least 3-4 weeks before using it. If you don't do that, you're better off gluing some rocks at the bottom. Also, if you have a tank like this and you have that tank on a very high table like this time, you're going to have a problem because you're not going to be able to reach all the way to the bottom to clean. And then the next step will come. I'm going to use the Seiriu rocks. I need to cover that cut. This rock is actually hiding the cut on that big wood behind it from the front, but it's not doing it from the left side of the tank, and the left side of the tank is going to be visible because this tank is going to be placed in front of the entrance of our office. I really need to make this as nice as possible. Yeah, go. Run. You will see the vapors. It looks good because you've got some rock below it. It will look good from this side as well. I can fit plants in between those rocks, and then we're moving on to add some more detail to the front. So what I'm going to do, see, that rock didn't hold. Okay, you just hold it for a second. So now this whole structure is standing backwards a little bit, and I've got a lot of space for maintenance here. Oh, it's not gonna fall down, hopefully. Okay, so these are the smaller ones, crushed cereal stones. I can already see that this whole front glass is like whitish because the glue is actually, the vapor is actually stuck to it. So we need to clean it with clean paper towel and it will come off. For maintenance, it's much better if everything is glued together. Like when you go with an electric toothbrush, because that's how we clean these rocks from algae or from any organic residue, we apply a little bit of pressure with a brush. I'm gonna make a barrier with the rocks. I so love hardscape creation. The process itself is one of the most creative things that happen in aquascaping. There are two more things that are calming in aquascaping, and one of them is planting. The last process that is really calming is the maintenance when you trim the plants. It's good that I have these small pieces. These are really helping me. Oh, come on. I thought you guys are standing up here properly. And let's try to close all the gaps from the inside. I'm going to use the fine filter mesh to protect the soil from rolling forward. I'm getting into making more and more difficult scapes. Okay, so now we're gonna introduce the base layer fertilizing substrate. 80 Aquasol Amazonia version 2. Plateau sand, just a little bit at the front. So I'm going to use the sand flattener to get rid of all this, push it back, just to have a very, very small thin layer of sand. So ideally, it's a good thing to have it like as thin as possible, because then it will increase the height of the tank. You see how high this tank has got because of the thin layer? There's almost no layer of sand visible in the front. Now it's time to add some detail to the tank by adding small pebbles where it's needed, like this. Cereal stones will harden the water, so this is going to be a difficult aquarium because the GH of the water will increase during the week, as the cereal stones will leach a lot of calcium and magnesium into the water, mostly calcium though. We need regular water changes anyway. Let's hope that this is not going to be a problem in the long run. We started at 10, it's 3 o'clock. Guys, voila, the hardscape, 5 hours. So we're gonna spray it and we're gonna plant it. And the plants are coming from Aqua Art, which is a new vendor at Green Aqua. They have brought us some beautiful in vitro plants, lab plants, and these plants are already available on the Green Aqua website. So if you like these plants, you can order them. There are many plants that are similar to the plants that you can already get from other manufacturers, other nurseries here, but you will have some new species as well. What I've got here is all the plants from Aqua Art, but before we move on, most of the plants that we're going to use are going to be from these guys. Cool. I've got prepared some epiphyte plants. I've got Anubias mini, Cryptoparva. I've got the Bucephalandra wavy leaf probably, or green. And I've got the red. And also I've got the 4 pots of Microzorum Trident. Okay, I'm gonna give this to David, and I'm gonna move into these guys. So let's see what we have. Obviously, I'm not gonna use everything that you see here. First one is Alternanthera Reiniki Purple. I'm not going to use any Alternanthera types in this aquarium because the leaf is too big, and as you can see at the top, there's not gonna be a lot of space for those leaves, and it's gonna be too drabby. As for the Myriophyllum matogrossense, I'm also not going to use that. Pogostemon erectus, probably I'm going to use that. Let's use the erectus on the outer rim as a green plant, and I will probably need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5. The Ludwigia brevipes is a plant that I'm going to use as the second row. We're gonna have some Bucephalandra aqua arctica. This is a small Bucephalandra. It's going to fill up the cracks of the rocks. I need all the epiphyte plants that I can put my hands on. That is a beautiful plant, Proserpina palustris. I'm going to use it in the middle. Monte Carlo, yes, because I can use that as an epiphyte. I'm just gonna tuck it here and there, so maybe 3 Monte Carlo. Okay, so let me see what we do. I'm gonna move into planting the little ferns. The Anubias could probably go to the top. Let's move on to the red Bucephalandras, and this is the only red that we have. All the red Bucephalandra species are right here in the middle. All that remains to be done is to use the remainder 3 pots of the wavy green Bucephalandras. And I've got the Cryptoparva, which is a plant that I need to actually plant.
One more Bucephalandra.
Oh, thank you. That's all the Bucephalandra we
Yes,
have, so 7 of these. Oh, and before I forget, we're using the metal jet pipes from Chihiros for this tank. There are a couple of advantages of these pipes. First of all, they will not break, as glass lily pipes would do. Secondly, they need to be cleaned less frequently. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't do so yet. We have a membership. Don't forget that you can support the video production here, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.